The first movie that I ever saw that was a horror movie was The Exorcist, and I was walking with my friends to see the movie, and it was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we got there, and I was so scared in the theater, and I realized that it was going to get dark soon, and I lived the farthest away, and I was going to be afraid to walk home by myself part of the way. So I left after about 20 or 30 minutes into the movie, and it took me 10 years before I saw the whole Exorcist again because I was just so scared. Well, you know, I've worked in a lot of soap operas over the years and also horror movies. And as an actor, I didn't anticipate or plan what I was going to be doing. I was just an actor for hire. So my very first job in Hollywood was on the soap opera Days of Our Lives, and I just auditioned for that and then did a screen test and got the part. So I did that for about a year or so, and then I had an audition for, you know, other movies here and there, and I happened to get Re-Animator, and then of course I did From Beyond after that and Castle Freak, and then I realized, oh, I kind of do horror movies. But then in the interim I also got hired on The Young and the Restless and Guiding Light and some other stuff. So I just kind of went where the work was. Yeah, so I guess I feel like my home is in horror movies, but you know, a lot of us have worked and done other things as well. The reason that I don't like the term Scream Queen, and I wrote an article about it, Don't Call Me a Scream Queen, which you can look up, is because I just think it doesn't really encompass the whole range of emotions that actresses go through and what they are capable of doing in a horror film. And there's no male equivalent to that. It's just Scream Queen, what do the guys do? So I don't know, I feel like it's kind of reductive. I know it's said with love and affection, so I apologize to anybody else out there that thinks that, but I don't know, for me, it just doesn't really illustrate what women are capable of and what they have done in the genre. I mean, I love writers because that's the basis of what all good storytelling is. It's the writer. And I've been working for a long time with a gal friend of mine named Kathy Charles. She was one of the writers on Jacob's Wife. She wrote a little bit on a few other films that I have in development. And she also was she was the writer from Castle Freak and the remake. And I just think she's wonderful, and I trust her and really like her. And when I read a good script, I think, oh my God, I know how to play this part. As a producer, I know how to make this movie. So writing is the basis for all storytelling. And if you have a great script, you can film it and make it into a good movie. So I think if you don't have a good script, don't try to make a movie without a good script. I think growing up in the carnival business was a cool way for a kid to grow up. I would get to ride the tilt-a-whirl 100 times a day if I wanted to. I could eat cotton candy. I was just roaming around on the lot by myself a lot of times. And we traveled with the bearded lady and the two-headed cow and the tattooed people. And I don't know, it's just like nothing phases me at all in life because I feel like I've kind of traveled with a lot of maybe misfits, if you will, and I think, you know, horror people feel themselves kind of on the outside of society or misfits themselves. And so these people were my friends, you know, a lot of the ride boys that really didn't feel like they had a place in life. They traveled with the fairs and carnivals, they slept under the ride at night, and they lived on the fringe of society. So I was introduced to a lot of people that maybe didn't fit into the regular box of society, and those people were my friends. So nothing phases me, and I also think that people don't feel like they belong. I understand those people, and I think a lot of horror movies are about that too, people that feel like they don't belong. Gunnar Hansen was a really good friend of mine, and so it was an honor to be part of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game in the role of Virginia, and I think it was a great way for me to honor him and my friendship with him, and the game is being received really well, and so I was just happy to be a part of it and a part of the legacy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.